So hello, good evening everyone. I am Ashmita Das. Today I am going to solve a similar type of assignment that is related to correlation, regression, or introduction to probability. So here comes the first question. So what is the correlation coefficient between x and y when y is equal to 4x plus 5? So can anyone tell me what is the possible way to solve it and what is the answer? The approach how to solve it. Hello, am I audible?
Yes. Um,
Yes. So please, anyone tell me how to solve this particular question?
this is a straight line equation.
Yeah,
So when increases, y also increases.
yeah.
So
That's.
it is
But how
cor-
can you get the value like kind of similar type of value? Here it's you can get one, but if here it's present as 0.5 in that option 0.510 minus 0.5, then how can you predict that what will be the possible solution? Like you how can you confirm the numerical value? The approach whatever tell that is correct, it is straight line equation, it is going in upward direction, so possibly it should 1. But in that case if it's present as 0.5, then how can you conclude that what will be the value it's there, either 0.5 or 1?
When C is positive, the value will be 1. Here C is 5, so the value will be 1.
Okay, and when 0.5?
when it is more sinus kind of a curve.
Okay, so here is the solve. First, we'll go for simple correlation coefficient formula, that is the covariance of x and y divided by variance root over variance of x and root over variance of y. Then usually if we consider let's x and y, the mean of x and y is x prime and y prime, and the variance of x can be calculated as expected x minus x prime whole square, and the variance of y can be calculated as e y minus y prime whole square. And now then the R can be concluded in terms of expected value operator, that is x prime e to the e x, expected operator x minus x prime y minus y prime, and the expected value of x minus x prime whole square and expected value of y minus y prime whole square. So from there we'll go two equation. The first one is the considered one, like the normal one, that is mx plus c, right? So mx plus c if there, that is a normal equation, and in this case the equation is y is equal to 4x plus c, 4x plus 5. So both the equation are same, and from this time we can also derive that y prime is equal to mx prime plus c. It means if the particular value of y is giving the straight line or linear equation, it means the mean of that particular value is also gives a straight line correlation. So there, if we find that like it's a normal distance straight point to point distance formula. If y minus y prime is equal to m into x minus x prime, from here we just substitute the y minus y prime value with m minus x prime, and from there if we substitute this value in the equation r, then from there we get r equals to 1. So in this case sometimes but in this case if x c is equal to there as a minus m is supposed to be the -1 or some -4, then this R value should be in minus. But other than that, the value can be as 1 only. Okay. So this part is understood. Is a normal that whatever you're saying, that is the mathematical proof of that particular thing. So here it's come as 1 because m is positive, because m here in this equation is 4, so it is positive. If in this case m is negative, then the value of r is equal in negative. So can I move to the next question?
Yes, madam. Thanks.
Okay. So in this case, like in many cases, you get in different types of formula, like different type of equation. But if you follow this particular methodology to solve, you can get the correct answer. The next question is calculate the sample covariance for the dataset given below. So anyone can tell me what is the answer and of this question? And please write down the answer in the chat box. I'll check there. Okay. So the correct answer is 37.5. So now I am moving to the solving part. So first we'll go for calculating the mean of x. So here we have 5 values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So mean, the formula of the mean is the summation of x values divided by the total number of samples. So here the values are 0 plus 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 12 divided by 5. So the value of mean x is comes as 6. Similarly, we also calculate the mean of y. The mean of y is the summation of y values divided by total number of samples. So it comes as 10. The formula of covariance is summation of x minus x bar, that is x minus mean of x into y minus mean of y divided by n minus 1. N is the total number of samples. So in this particular case, the x minus x prime for the first value is 0 minus 6. So it's minus 6. The next one is y into y minus y prime. So y here is also 0. So 0 minus 10, that is minus 10. Similarly, for 3 it's 6 minus 3, 3 minus 6. So its values come as minus 3. So for this 5 minus 10, so the other values comes as minus 5. Then the value is similar to mean, so this part comes as 0. Then the next part is x minus x bar, that is uh, 9 minus 6, that is comes as 3, and 15 minus 10, that is comes as 5. And the last one is uh, uh, similarly it comes as 6 and 10. And the total number of samples is 5. So 5 minus 1, that is 4. So the after calculating, the value comes as 37.5. Okay. uh, I think some people give the correct answer. So it's that everyone understood. For covariance, you have to first calculate the mean of x as well as the mean of y. Okay. So now move to the next question. So can anyone tell me what is the correct answer of this question?
Goodness of fit.
Yes, please write down your answer in the chat box. Okay. So the as majority of the people say, the correct answer is A, that is goodness of fit. So R square of a linear fitting means when we supposed to fit certain data point in a straight line equation, so the linear model how accurately fits the data point in the particular straight line. For finding that particular value, we are mostly check the R square. So R square is basically describe the goodness of fit. So can anyone tell me what is the correct terminology of R square? Like as correlation coefficient is usually denoted as small r, then what is the representation of capital R square or goodness of fit?
Regression. Goodness of fit.
But it also known as certain coefficient. So I'm asking what coefficient is known as.
It's coefficient
Regression
of
coefficient.
determination.
Yes, it's known as coefficient of determination. So now moving to the next question. So here is the question of question 4. So you have to find the value of a. in the particular equation y is equal to a plus 2x, and the data set is given below. So please write down your value of a in the chat box after solving it.
Five.
Please write down
The
your
answer is 5.
please write down your answer in the chat box. I am
Okay.
requesting you all to please write down your answer in the chat box. Okay. So majority of you get the value 5, but the correct answer is not 5. So here is the approach how to solve it. So first we have to find the value of x, that is the mean of x or x bar from the set of x values, that is comes as 5, and the set of y values, that is comes as 17. And as all know, in the regression the regression is usually represented as y is equal to a plus bx, and if we go for the mean value of x and y, then the regression line can be represented as y bar is equal to bx bar plus a, and this line is considered similar to that particular line. So from there we calculate the value of a. So here if we just put the value of all the x and y, average value of x and y, it comes as 7. So the correct answer is 7. So now what is the following expression is true about correlation coefficient r? Please write down your answer. I think there are 22 people are there, but I only get some few people, 3 to 5 people answer. So I would expect the participation number should be more. So please respond whatever you feel and according to which one is correct, because all these topics is already covered in your biostatistics class. So please, it will be really good if you all participated in that interactive session. Okay, so as the majority says, the correct answer of this question is answer 1. The correlation coefficient values are usually belongs to the range from -1 to +1, and if the value is linearly negative, means the correlation between x and y is completely opposite, means x is increasing then y is decreasing, then the extreme value of correlation coefficient should be -1. And where in the case of sloping upward sloping, means the if x value is increasing then y value is also increasing, that case the extreme value of correlation coefficient is +1. So the answer is 1. The range is -1 to 1. So what is the next question? Can you please tell your answers? Write down your answers in the chat box. Okay. So the correct answer of this question is 1 by 36. So as we know, for rolling a dice, the total number of outcome can be either 1, 2. If we roll a single dice, the outcome will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So the total number of outcome would be 6. And the probability of the probable outcome of getting 2 is 1. So the probability is the probable outcome of getting 2 divided by the total outcome. So that is 1 by 6. So now that if we dice if we roll the dice twice, so these two are basically not in a dependent event, they are independent event. So the values of probability are getting multiplied. So here the value comes as 1 by 36. So yeah, most of the people give the correct answer. So now the next question, what is the range of value of r square? Can anyone tell me if r square value is 0.76? So is it a good fit or it's a bad fit?
Bad fit. It's a bad fit.
Okay, and 0.91?
Good.
Okay. So the correct answer of this question is answer the option D. Sorry, the option C, that is 0 to 1. The R square value, that is the coefficient of determination, is basically a statistical measure in a regression model or the linear regression any regression, especially the linear regression model, which determines the proportion of variance in the dependent variable that can be explained by the independent variable. So the correct answer is between 0 to 1 and including 0 to 1 itself. So the what it will be the approximate value of correlation coefficient in the given data set. Please, I would like to get your answer within 1 minute for this question. Okay. So can I ask Mr. Shawatu Chaudhary, how can you find the what will be the approximate correlation value of this question? Hello? 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 Mr. Shawatu Chaudhary, are you audible? Am I audible to you? Okay. Shiva Vasudev?
As the value of x is increasing, y is decreasing. So it is having a negative correlation.
Yeah.
The only negative value is -1.
Yeah. It's the correct answer here because x and y is going in a opposite direction where when x is increasing, y is decreasing. So the value of this correlation coefficient should be -1. But now can anyone tell me what is the value, like the correlation coefficient after solving the formula wise? So did anyone solve and tell me what is the answer of this question? The value of correlation coefficient of R of this particular question. Okay. So what is the value of the x average of x or x mean? Hello, am I audible?
Please repeat, madam, once.
I am asking the average of x or y, or I want the answer of the correlation coefficient. The value of correlation of coefficient, like the exact value. Here it's giving the approximate one. I want the exact value according to the formula. Okay, so the value of mean of x, that is comes as 4.4, whereas the mean of y is comes as 10.8. So now the variance of x we also calculated, that is comes at 9.3, and variance of y is calculated as 41. So please only one member please tell me what is the formula of variance. Anyone? Anyone? Variance formula?
Variance is equal to summation of x minus x bar the whole square upon n minus 1.
Yeah. So this is the formula of the variance. After putting the value, it comes as 9.3 and 41. So now we have to calculate the covariance. So covariance formula is summation of x minus x bar, y minus y bar, and n minus 1. So value it comes as minus 18.9, and putting this value in the correlation coefficient equation, that is covariance of x by x comma y divided by root over of variance x into root over of variance y. So the value comes as minus 0.9679, which is also can be approximately tell us 1 minus 1. So the correct answer is D. Now moving to the next question. So please tell me anyone which one of these is correct Venn diagram representation of the above mentioned problem. In a class, 500 students. Some some of them prefer to play football. Some of them play basketball. Some of them students play both. The rest prefer none of the sports. Which of the following Venn diagram it can be represented? So please respond. Give your response. Please respond the answer of this particular question. Excuse me. I request everyone to please respond for this particular question. That according to you, whichever you feel right, please answer. Hello, am I audible? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Uh,
Yes, ma'am.
so please kindly respond to this question. What is the answer? As per your decision, there are four diagrams. So as per your decision, what will be the correct answer?
Answer B, ma'am.
Okay. Anyone else?
That's C. C is the correct answer.
Anyone else?
It is C.
Okay. Anyone else?
Ma'am, I'll go with B.
Okay. So the correct answer is answer B. So now I am explaining. Yeah. So first, let's the can one tell me what is represent this box? The overall box, not the entire thing. The box. So the box
Venn diagram.
no. The box is represents the total number of students present in the class. That is 500. So
Yes, yes, ma'am.
yes, please switch off your microphone. Yeah. The total number of students are represented by this box. So here, let's come to the first circle. This first circle is represented by that the number of people who wants to play football. The next circle, this one is represented by the number of play which they want to play basketball. And the intersection of these two circles, this particular portion represent the students who want to play both the sports, and the rest, this entire box and minus these two Venn diagram plus the intersection area, this is the student who prefer to play none of the sports. So therefore the correct representation of this particular question is question B. Okay, so is there anyone have any doubt in the question till now? Okay, so someone in the last class asked me about the kurtosis. So is that person present here today in the discussion?
Yes, madam.
Yes. So I would like to share some glimpse about the kurtosis. So the correct answer of this question is B. So kurtosis, this is basically a representation of measuring the shape of a particular distribution or a frequency distribution. So kurtosis basically tells about the shape of the frequency distribution. There are certain ways also to measure the shape, such as skewness. Such so among them, the one method is kurtosis. It is so the distribution is the behavior of the distribution near to its mean. So if either it's very high near to its mean or it's like flatter near to its mean. So it is also so the how the data is deviated from its mean. So from there it is the representation of kurtosis. So kurtosis basically measure how the data set is tall near to its mean. Like all the value is close to mean or all the value is very much scattered to mean. If all the value is very much scattered to mean, the representation the curve of this kurtosis is little bit flatter. Whereas in the case of if the distribution of the value near the mean is pretty high, then the curve is complete as a sharp peak. So in this case, the formula of the kurtosis is this one. And now the kurtosis is basically divided into three types. The first one is the leptokurtic, the next one is the mesokurtic, and the third one is the prekurtic. The mesokurtic is also known as the normal distribution. So it is the ideal situation, but in majorly cases the value is either leptokurtic or the prekurtic. If the values are leptokurtic, means the value are more there in near to mean, and if it's plecartic, it means the values the frequency of the data points are more scattered. So yeah. So if from this equation, if we get value beta equals to 3, then it's known as mesocortic. If we get value beta greater than 3, that is leptocortic. And if you get value of beta less than 3, then it's known as plecotic. So this is all about criticism. So am I able to understood? Like I'm able to convey the message?
Yes, madam. Thank you, madam.
Okay, so is there anyone have any doubt?
Excuse me, ma'am.
No, madam.
Yes?
So in the kurtosis formula, I'm not able to understand what the S is, the small s.
S is standard deviation.
Okay, okay.
Sorry.
What is mean by parameter, ma'am?
Sorry, I didn't understand the question. Can you write down? Please, whoever asking the question, I am not able to get the question. Please write down it. Hello, anyone have any doubts?
No, madam. Thank you.
Okay. So I am going to end the session for today. Thank you.
Oh, hello, madam.
Yes.
Hello. Oh, may I ask you, out of these three graphs, which one represents the best data set near to, which one represents the best normative data?
According to the distribution, the most acceptable or the most ideal is considered as a normal distribution. So in this case, the mesocartic or the middle one, I guess, is the best representation of the data.
Mesocartic one,
Yes.
and not the platocartic.
No.
Platocartic has less outlier, so it should be more.
But
Theoretically,
it's
it
not
should be more
properly,
accurate.
because it's a frequency distribution, so it's not properly distributed.
Okay. So it is mesocartic is the ideal one.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Okay. So
Hello.
yes.
Yeah, ma'am, I have a doubt, but it is other than this, other than the topic. We are practicing data in Excel. So, if you want some data to download from some website or something, can you suggest some website to download the biostatistics data to practice?
Biostatistic data to practice.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So I'll uh, tell you in the next class. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. So I'm going to say, end my session for today. Thank you.